Imagine you finally booked a call and you're really excited for this call because this is not some doo-doo client. It is a prospect who has like a great offer. They have a great traffic and it would be basically just a pleasure to work with them. And when you get on this call, you're asking questions, you're slowly heading into the pitch, and once you actually start pitching, they start pitching you back. This is exactly what happened to me like 20 minutes ago. You see, I was on a call with a client, not like a client, more like a prospect, and yeah, I was trying to dig for her pain, like to really, as you know, this basic sales stuff. I was trying to find like what is her actual pain, and push deep on it, and in the end just close. But what happened with my head is that whilst I was trying to push for this pain, I just got completely lost. I knew that I should keep asking questions, but at the same time, those questions, they couldn't be just, I don't know, like some random ones, because that would appear as sleazy. So what I did is that if I didn't come up with a question, I started asking like some random questions. And this really changed everything, because not in a good way. Because when they started asking those negative, not negative, like those bad questions, which weren't getting me nowhere, well, for some reason I started messing with my head, and probably the prospect saw that I'm not going anywhere. And yeah, and what happened next is that I just saw that I couldn't come up with anything, so I thought, you know what's your problem? I could help you with that, etc. Not the best sales, I know, but it is what it is. And she said that, oh, it's all right. You can't help with me right now, but I would really want to help you. And so she started pitching hard. Her course, her event, whatever. She like went really hard, so aggressive, like a sleazy salesman. And you know what? I was just like nodding my head, etc., because I knew that as soon as she got into the frame of selling, I'm just fucked. And I gave up. Not even like, maybe it was like 23 minutes or something like that, but 23 minutes later of this call, I was out. And the worst part is that during this call, she was like at first like so receptive, like we were so like chatting funnily and things like that, and we had the vibe. But then it's my fault. Yeah, I take responsibility because I wasn't well prepared for it. I was just trying to like follow a framework, a structure or something like that, but I didn't really put effort into preparing it because I thought that other tasks would be much more higher for a leverage of me, and they cost me a call, they cost me a client. But it is what it is, you know, because after this call I don't actually really cry about it, though it's not very pleasant feeling, but like I still learned a few things that I'm going to iterate on the next call. And so when the next call happens for me, what I am going to do is I'm going to just like have a structure and always have a why in my head. Like, why am I actually doing this? What's the actual goal that I'm like trying to optimize for throughout this entire call? And when I have this in my mind, I'll probably be like running on it, like a car on navigation. Like I will have some direction to go through, and it will probably help me. And the next thing is that I also noted down, and if you're going to like also do any sales, I think it will also help for you a lot. So basically, whilst I was in a call, I had an idea that I should note down whatever she's saying, but for some reason I didn't. Instead, I just thought, you know what, I'm trusting myself, blah, 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 blah. But the thing is, what really started messing with me is that I couldn't like connect to certain points that she mentioned, because she was mentioning a lot of things. They were starting to really overwhelm me with my head, and I didn't really note them down. So what happened is that I couldn't like get back to them and actually try to extract the pain, because when I was when I was like re-listening to this entire recording that I have made during the call, well, I just figured out that there were a lot of pain points that I could have dig into, but for some reason I was just, I don't know. I mean, my head was overloaded with everything that she was saying, and I completely forgot. And after like asking those a lot of questions, like without really digging deep into any of that, well, in the end, what happened is that I just ran out of questions. I didn't know what to ask, and sales was over. So yeah, that's just another thing that I have to keep in mind, that I should like note down things into like a notebook or a Notion document or whatever, and just call back on them. Like literally refer back that, bro, all right, yeah, so you mentioned that your sales conversion rate was XYZ. Now why? Why do you think that? Or something like that. And I mean, it's basic sales stuff, but I completely miss it. But at the same time, sure, it would be like really great to have this client, because I mean, her offer is insane. She was working with a lot of people, like her case studies are wild. And she also got a lot of traffic. Like if you if you know anything about it, having an email list of 20,000 people, that's crazy. And I was this close from working with her, but I just bombed this call. But at the same time, instead of actually just crying about it, though that's what exactly I'm doing in front of a camera right now, well, instead of just crying, I'm just thinking of ways when I get on another call, how can I make this call better? Because here's the thing, like if you know who Russell Brunson is, he was running webinars. And what he was doing is that whenever he didn't have a webinar that like was, whenever he had a webinar and it wasn't performing as much as he wanted, what he was doing is he was trying to iterate his webinar each time. And the funny thing is, the more he iterated, with each time, the more money he has closed through this webinar. And it probably like makes no sense, because I was just talking about sales and webinars, but webinar is what I was trying to sell to this bitch. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you bitch if you're watching this. But like, webinars is something I was trying to sell her. And yeah, but anyways, this is just another update. At first I had an idea that I should share this with you, because just to speak the problem out of myself, and also probably help you guys if you like going into sales, you're also a beginner, it's really scary for you as well. Well, probably you could take like at least one thing from it, that you should note down whatever the prospect is saying somewhere, so you can recall back to it. But then after I really recorded, like halfway through the video, I thought, you know what, it's going to be fun to go back to my YouTube like 1 year or 2 years ago or something like that, after a lot of sales calls that I will be doing, and just look at myself just speaking my heart into this video and remembering like those were the days. Because we all just started somewhere low. Like we weren't born like the natural salesman, though probably in our childhood if there was something happening, like for example our mother said that you're good speaking with people, probably you're going to have an advantage. But in the end, everyone who became great, they were training, they were having a lot of pain, but in the end they just made it. And so that's exactly the quote that I'm trying to live by, that if I want to get best at something, I just have to put in a lot of work. And this work at first, like just like everything, it's going to suck. Just like my YouTube videos, how I'm speaking, it's sucking. But after enough iteration and after enough reps, it's going to get better. So yeah, I hope this video helps, though I'm not even sure what I helped. I helped myself because I just talked things off my heart. But yeah, see ya.